ladies and gentlemen, this is Cartridge Reload. I'm Sam.
I'm Jose.
And we got another firearms basics video for you. So, if you haven't noticed, we've done a bunch of disassembly videos and how to do those. And then we said at the end of the SIG video, we're going to show you the do's and don'ts of sweeping. And by what I mean by do's and don'ts, I mean the don'ts. So, all the real firearms are staying on the table.
Yeah, we're not touching
just to
those.
avoid all those safety Nazis out there, and not to be complete idiots. Instead, what we're going to demonstrate is with Nerf guns.
Nerf guns.
If you haven't noticed, this one though is in particular is not one you buy at a store. It is modded by Jose himself. You can catch any of those on his new channel, Luchathor 13. Probably put a link in the description for that.
Okay. Yeah.
So sweeping, what is it? So what it is if you have a gun in your hand, doesn't matter how particular you're holding it. Sweeping is when you point it at somebody else. As for example, for like that.
Yeah. That's...
Usual, if you go to a range like a one you pay for or membership or whatever, they'll tell you keep firearms pointed downrange at all times, whether it is in your hand or on the table. And you definitely, trigger discipline, finger off the trigger until you're ready to fire. So at the same time, what people love it, especially at ranges or when you're with family or friends, is when you got your finger on the trigger, like the hammer is cocked, like I just did, and you're pointing it at people because what could happen? Boom.
Yeah.
It's just basic safety 101, people. Don't put the muzzle in pointing at people.
Yep. And also, I'm going to use this for an example, but if you have a jam of any kind and you're pointed, like for instance, this is downrange for me, don't point the gun away to check it out. Always keep it downrange and examine the gun. So never, if you're at a shooting range or just in a field, I guess, with friends, just never point guns toward people and always have a designated area to shoot.
Right. It still counts when you're clearing a jam. If there's a wall even between you guys at an indoor range, or some outdoor ranges have little walled-in areas, it still counts. If you're checking a jam and it's pointed downward and say there's a wall in between me and Jose here, what you're shooting might be able to go through that wall and hit Jose in the leg.
Pretty sure everything can. Because those are only for sound dampening, right?
Right.
And brass deflecting. That's it.
Some of them are just mesh nets even.
Oh, yeah.
Portable, too. The one range we used to be members at, they had portable walls for deflecting brass.
Yeah.
So what that range in particular wanted you to do, and this is the only time in the video when I will pick up a real gun, with my M&P Shield here, if this was jammed, let's say open, what they would tell you to do is kind of lean in like this, still got pointed down range, and wrap that slide, and then fix the jam. That's good practice to do. I like what we do on the mountain or something when we go up there. When we're shooting, when it's someone's turn to shoot, they're like 5-10 feet ahead of everybody else.
Oh, yeah.
Back.
Yeah.
It's recommended you do that. You don't have to, but I don't particularly like it when someone's right up in my face while I'm fucking blowing rounds out my AR. You know?
And then hitting people with hot brass.
Oh yeah, second time I'm picking up a real gun. So like I said before, don't do this. One thing. Can I see that real fast?
Don't. I don't know why. That's a peeve. Like, I've shot a 500 one-handed. I know I can do it, but it's not. Don't do it.
Don't gangster fire.
Don't gangster. It does nothing. You can't aim. Well, I guess you can aim. Are we doing it wrong the whole time? I'm just kidding. Don't do that. I don't know why it's a peeve of mine. I thought I'd just throw it out there.
Another just quick range safety tip. Indoor ranges sometimes have red lines where you're supposed to stand in front of. Not going to say who it was, but you showed me a video of someone you went shooting with, and they're not only gangster firing, but they're like bouncing outside the line, and that line...
You wouldn't do so that, but there are walls to protect.
And he's outside the wall, so he's practically in the crowd, just pop, 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 and he's like, ha. So I won't go shooting with him anytime soon.
But even when a gun's in a case, they tell you to try to keep it pointed downward.
Right.
Even if you come in and the gun's unloaded, which you should check anyways, but if it's in the case still, always keep it pointed at least downward.
That's one particular person or general population of people that absolutely hate it when you sweep them is a gun salesman.
Oh yeah, that's true.
The shop that we go to, that most of these guns were bought at, actually.
Oh shit, yeah.
About what,
Not this one.
1, 2, 3, 3 out of the 6. Okay, so not most, half.
Both of these, yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Anyways.
That shop, you know, when they give you a firearm, again, I'm going with the fake one,
Mm.
they always clear the thing. I'm going to pretend to rack the slide here, and then hand it to you like this, and like keep it pointed at the floor.
So like if he was handing it to me and I was buying it, no, I don't do this. I don't
Right.
go, that's nice. No. Like, fuck you, I could deal with it. No. So, like, no one's over here. You just point down, go, that's pretty comfortable. Finger off the trigger, even if you're buying it. So,
Right.
just be like, ooh, that's nice. I like how it handles. And yeah, so just don't be an idiot.
At the same time, the only time your finger should ever be on the trigger is if you're ready to fire, or in the very, very rare instance when you bought that 1911.
Oh, yeah, the
and
guy
you say,
told
go
me.
ahead and test the trigger. You know, he clears it, he hands it to you with the breech open like this. He says, go ahead, rack the slide, and test out the trigger. Okay.
Mhm.
In that one instance, though, I almost would say, don't keep doing it. Just
Yeah.
to be safe, but
He sold me on it that way, so
Yeah,
it
it
kind of
was-
worked out. But yeah,
he
don't
hands
do
him
that.
this R1, and then he hands him something like a Kimber or something. He says, compare the triggers. Okay,
Yeah.
that's the only instance when you should put your finger on the trigger ever, other than when you're shooting.
Yeah.
Anything else you wanted to add?
No, that's about it. Well, most ranges won't let you one-hand a pistol either, like indoor ranges. So don't do that.
That
Don't
could
do
be a
that.
different video altogether. Is how to hold a handgun properly.
Yeah, but yeah, just for throwing it out there, yeah, just don't one-hand at a range because most of the time they'll frown upon that.
Right.
Because I like one-handing, but I can't. So
Some places you can get away with, but you know those are some places that you probably don't want to go.
yeah, definitely.
Anyways, so thank you for watching. Once again, I'm Sam. This is Jose. Cartridge Reloaded. Give us a like or subscribe. We will be doing more firearms videos, of course, in the future. And also, we are a gaming channel. The last year, we've been doing Let's Plays, gaming reviews. Well, not really reviews, but what we would like in games and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
All right. Thank you for watching. Have a nice one. God! That's why you don't freaking sleep! Black rifles matter.
What?